Hello beautiful people, it's Jay Simone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I do videos on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of that, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Now let's get into it. Okay, so I'm a little bit blue because that whole time I was recording and I actually was not recording. So today we're going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm going to curl my hair, which I already started doing, but I was not recording, so y'all didn't see it. I'm using this wand. I believe the brand is Remington. It wiped off. It's so old. I've had it for years, but it's a really good wand. You can find it at Walmart or Target. I'm going to let y'all see it just so y'all could kind of know what it looked like, because I don't know the brands. But it's a super good wand. I love it, and that's what I always use when I curl my hair. So that's what I'm going to be using on that. And what we're going to be talking about is 5 mistakes that I've made in my 20s thus far. I'm 25 years old, and I feel like, you know, if I could help a younger 20-year-old not make the same mistakes that I did, I would definitely want to be a part of that. So the first thing we're talking about is our finances. I have 2 major tips, and I know that y'all have heard it before, but y'all are going to hear it again because it's super important. Don't mess up your credit and save some money. Okay, credit is important, y'all, and I feel like when you're younger and you're in your 20s and you're living your life and you're carefree, you're thinking like, you know, I could get these credit cards and I could max them out and I'll have to worry about it later. Like, I don't have to worry about it now because I'm not even thinking about my credit. I'm not about to buy a house or nothing. But if you want to get a car, you need good credit. If you want a good interest rate, which you do, but I'm not even gonna get into that, y'all, because it hurts my heart. And if y'all see me looking over here, this is where my mirror is. So, sorry. But it hurts my heart to even talk about the interest rate I got. I was ripped off. And even if you want to get a new phone, y'all, like you trying to lease a phone, you need good credit. So don't go to these little Victoria's Secrets and JCPenney and get these credit cards and max them out and don't pay them back. Because your credit is important. Like, it's probably one of the most important things that they don't teach in school, but they teaching us freaking pie. Don't get me started on that. So yeah, just keep in mind that whatever you do now is going to be 10 times harder to clean up later. Like, if you mess your credit up now, when you're my age, 25 or older, and you start wanting to think about buying a house, or you want to refinance your car, or you just want to do any of that kind of stuff, your credit is going to play a big part of that. And if it's not good, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a really hard time. And the next tip, the saving. Most young 20-year-olds don't have a savings account, but I'm here to tell you that you need to get one. Even if it's just $20 a check, save your $20 a check. Even if it's just $100 a month, save your $100 a month. It doesn't matter how much you save. It could be $10 a week. I don't care. Save something. Start saving. It's a good habit. And the habits that we're making now are the habits that we want to carry into our 30s. And they're also the habits that are going to set up what kind of a life we have in our 30s. So if you're saving now, you're going to be way better off when you're ready to buy a house. You're going to be way better off if some emergency pops off. You're going to be way better off if you want to start traveling, because you're going to have money in the bank to do all things. And that is exactly what you want. Excuse me. You don't want nothing to come between you and the life you want, especially if you let's say you're out and you're in your car and you blow a tire. Now how are you going to pay it back? How are you going to get your new tire? You need an emergency fund that you don't touch. I suggest at least $1,000 in your emergency fund. And I'm 25, y'all, and I'm just now getting my savings account together. But better late than never, but y'all start now. Okay? That's why I'm making this video. Y'all start now. Learn from me. And start now, so that you don't have to be begging your mama and daddy for $200 for your new tire. Or when your friends want to take a trip, you can't go because you didn't spend all your money at Fashion Nova. Like, boo. That's not going to be fun. So, yeah, get your finances in order. Create a budget. Learn more about finances. Become financially literate now. Because when you get my age and you're trying to do it, it's just so many mistakes I made that I wish that I would have been more responsible with my money. Period. The second thing I want to discuss with y'all is about men. Don't we love to hate them? Don't we just love to hate men? They are the best thing that keeps messing us up. Nah, I'm just playing, but for real. I don't want to say don't date. Date. You should date. And I certainly don't want to say go and be a hoe. Unless you want to be a hoe. Then go be a hoe. But what I will say is, don't take these dudes too seriously in your 20s. Like, chances are they're not taking you that seriously. So just pace yourself. That's the good word. Pace yourself. If a man is trying to take you out, go ahead, let that man take you out, period. But focus on you and your goals. Like, focus on building. Focus on advancing your career. That's what you want to focus on. Like, don't let a man or a relationship hinder you. If it is a hindrance, let it go. And that's just that on that. Like, don't allow any man to trip you up on your goals, your successes. Because honestly, in your 20s, men, they're just not as mature as women. And I mean, I feel like even when they get older, they're still pretty immature. But in their 20s, they're like basically still 17. They want to have fun. They want to party. They want to hang out. They want to kick it. They want to fuck around. And that's fine. But don't. Just don't. Just do you. Do you. Live your life. Hang out with your friends. Like, make sure that you are living your very best life. And don't let no man slow you up. Like, in your 20s, I feel like it's your selfish years. And just make sure that you're making yourself happy and you're not living for no man. Especially not in your 20s. I've been there and I've done that. And, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You'll have much better experiences if you just leave the F-boys alone. And that's just that on that. Now, my third mistake that I made in my 20s. Sorry, my mama was saying something down there. The third mistake that I made in my 20s. I would have to say it's not stepping into my purpose. Like, I've been knowing that I wanted to do YouTube since 2013, I think 2014 I made this channel or something like that. I've made my channel. I have this channel up, but I didn't start uploading until just now. And it's like, why are you wasting time? If you want to do YouTube, start it now. I got 24 subscribers, y'all. And I love all 24 of y'all. Thank y'all. But if I would have started this back when I actually made my channel and stopped being so scared of what other people think of me, I would be so much farther in my journey. Like, I'm just starting. So I feel like if you know what you want to do, but you're scared, just step out on faith. Like, step out on faith and do it anyway. Because at the end of the day, all you're wasting is your time. You're wasting time that you could have been ahead. So if it's something that you want to do and you know that you want to do it, do it. If it's a trip you want to take, and you know you want to take it, take it. If you want to study abroad but you're nervous to leave home, go study abroad. Do whatever your heart is calling you to do. Don't let fear keep you stuck, because that is, it's just not a good way to live life. Fear, I mean, everybody's scared. Like, everybody is scared of something. And I feel like the most that we're scared of is failure. But if you don't never even try, you already done failed. Like, you never even tried. You don't know what that door could have held for you, but you never opened it. So you're never going to know. You know what I'm saying? So just do what makes you happy. Step out on faith if you're having doubts. And go for it. The worst thing that could happen is that it doesn't work out. And that's just life. My fourth tip is be confident in who you are. Like, if you make a decision, be firm in your decision. Don't let the opinions of your family members, your friends, anybody persuade you to do anything different. If you know that you're making the right decision for you, it doesn't matter who doesn't agree with that decision. Like, when you're 20, you're very influential. You're easily swayed. You can give in to peer pressure. And, excuse me. And yeah, like, don't let outside forces determine what's best for you. You know in your heart of hearts what's best for you. And even if you end up making a wrong decision and somebody says, I told you so, say, no, I made the right decision for me at the time. That was the right decision for me at the time, babe. Like, don't. Because at the end of the day, you got to live your life for you. You can't live your life for your mama. You can't live your life for your daddy. You can't live your life for no man, especially. You got to live your life for you, and you got to do what makes you happy. So be confident when you tell somebody that this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. If they don't agree, that's fine. They ain't got to, but they gonna respect it. And you got to make that be known. And the best way I would say to do that is to become closer with yourself. You have to be sure of self before you can have self-confidence. You have to spend time with yourself. You have to know yourself, love yourself, all your flaws, even the things that you don't necessarily like. You got to fall in love with them, because that's the only way that you're going to get to that level of confidence where nobody can't tell you nothing about you. And that's where you want to be, because it's a beautiful place. That is where you want to be. And once you get there, it's going to be much, much easier to make those other decisions that make you happy. Regardless of what other people think, you always got to be sure of self. Like, you got to meditate if you need to, but you got to get there. Got to get there. My last and final piece of advice, tip or mistake or whatever that I would say to avoid is watch who you lay down with, y'all. Because when you lay down with somebody, you could get pregnant. You could have a baby. And if you are with somebody that is not going to take care of their kid, you gotta think about that. Just make sure that you vet that person. Make sure that they understand that it's an honor to be with you, that it's a privilege. And just practice safe sex, y'all. Safe sex is the best way to avoid a whole lot of drama. You do not want to have a kid with somebody that was not ready, or somebody that is not committed, or somebody that didn't want the kid, because you're going to be a single mother in your 20s, and being a single mother is a lot of responsibility that a lot of 20-year-olds probably are not ready for. I had my daughter when I was 21, and I'm not gonna lie, I say I'm killing this mommy stuff. Like, I'm a good mama, but the only thing that I would change is who I have my baby with. because we are not together, we are not married, we are nowhere near any of that, and we probably never will be. Well, I actually know that we never will be, but it affects your kid. Like at the end of the day, it affects the kid, and so that's why you want to be super careful about that. And you never want to say that you will really change it, because like then the kid would change, and you love your kid. Like if you're a good mom, you're gonna love everything about your kid, and you're gonna think that they're the best thing ever. Like ask any parent. Yeah, my kid's the best thing ever. Yes, mine. We'll all say that. But half the time when you ask a young mother about the father, or if you ask even a young father about the mother, it's not quite the best ever. It's not quite the same story. So that's why I say be super careful about that. Don't y'all hate when you're natural and you try to be cute and your hair is just not like, it's like, no, not today. Like, not today, you ain't finna be cute. Kids are a lot of work. And if you're not ready to give up your whole life for your child, you need to make sure that you are practicing safe sex or not having sex at all, because accidents happen and it changes things. Like it changes everything. Like a lot of people, they get pregnant and they're like, oh, it's gonna be so fun, but it's gonna be work as well. And if you're a single mother, it's gonna be twice the work, and you're gonna have to make a lot of sacrifices. Even just getting a job is more difficult, because who's gonna watch your kid? Daycare is closed at this hours. Most jobs are outside of those hours, and if you don't have a strong support system, it's gonna be very difficult for you. And so when you are being out there, being sexually active, not out there, but when you're being sexually active, just always keep that in the back of your mind. Like, I need to be practicing safe sex. I need to be covering myself, because the man, he gonna cover himself. He gonna dip. He gonna be gone. Everybody gonna be like, well, you picked him. He gonna be looking like, well, damn, when I was with him, he wasn't on that. He was cool. I would have never thought he would do nothing like that. I hate when people say that. Well, you picked him. Like, girl, he picked me. But yeah, like people would say stuff like that, and it's just like, man, you don't even understand. And it's usually the women with no kids that don't even know nothing, worry about the wrong stuff. Like, but yeah, if you don't have any children and you're in your early 20s, just try to wait until you're married. Of course, a marriage can end, but it's better chances if you're married when you have your kid in your 20s than if you're just dating or talking or in a relationship with somebody, because people change their mind a lot in their 20s. Like if you're 20, you know that. Change your mind a lot. Feelings change, things change, time passes, you grow, you mature, you grow apart. So just try to, I'm gonna put some of that in there. Just try to like keep that in mind. That's all. And if you do so happenly to get pregnant and that nigga ain't, you know, you try to act like he don't know, he don't wanna step up, that's fine. That's fine. You boss up and you handle your business. And that's what you do. Period. But just try to just be financially set. Try to be, you know, in your career field. It'll make things a lot easier before you have a kid. Like that's all I'm saying on that tip. It's not impossible when you have a kid. Don't get me wrong. Like it's very possible to be successful, and it's very possible to have you a life, especially if you have a good support system behind you. But if not, you know, it's possible, and it might be a little bit more hard or a little bit more difficult, and it might be a little bit more obstacles for you, but you're gonna overcome every single one like a champ, and that's one, period. Okay? So this is the finished look of my hair, y'all. I got this hair from Beauty Forever Hair. It is 226 inches. Or is this 24? No, this is 26. It's 226 inches and a 24 inch. and it's super cute and it's pretty, and I colored it black because I always color my hair black because that cute on me. And I'm about to go take some pictures. I hope that y'all enjoyed my jade talk. Thank you for listening. If you did like any of my tips, or if you felt any of them, or if you even took one thing away from this video, can you please give it a thumbs up, and please make sure that you like, and please make sure that you subscribe. And if you feel like it, leave a comment down below. Have you already made some of these mistakes? Are you older and you can relate to some of these mistakes? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Like, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to build a little family. So so subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.